that we are still suffering from that till today. We know of King Saul. We know of King Saul. He was king over Israel. He was chosen by God to lead his people. But he partially obeyed. He partially obeyed. That is, he obeyed small, but he disobeyed small. And to God, that is disobedience. He mismanaged that position that God has given him. He mismanaged the location God has given to him, and he suffered for it. He lost the kingdom. Eli's son, they were children of the priest. They were to follow in that line. But they didn't see themselves as being worthy of being in that position. They didn't see themselves as being worthy, as being able to carry on in that. They were born into that priest line. They mismanaged the offerings. They mismanaged the things of God. They mismanaged it, dishonored God in their family. And the judgment was on their family line. Ananias and Sapphira, they could have sold their land and told the apostles, we sold it for 1,000 pounds, but we want to give the church 500 pounds. Probably nothing will have happened. But they decided to lie. Decided to manipulate it. They decided to try to deceive God as if it wasn't God that gave them that resource before. That's why sometimes I can't remember where I heard it, like when some people are trying to give tithes to God and they are trying to do the calculation as if God doesn't know maths, as if God doesn't know what you earned, and you are trying to do the maths like this one is not, let's not add this one to it, as if God doesn't know the beginning from the end. As if he doesn't know that end from the beginning. Before he even got the job, he knows what you will earn. And they are trying to play the tricks with God as if God is a toddler. We need to remember this. We will give an account. Or even of the money we earn, how we spent it, how we manage our finances, how we manage our marriages, how we manage our homes. We will give an account of all of this. And I pray the Lord will help us to be faithful stewards in the name of Jesus. Let's remember, we will give an account to God, how we manage our time, how we manage our money, our spiritual gifts, our relationships, the tasks assigned to us, the department God has placed you in. God could call you to say, your own role is to come to church early and arrange the chairs. How are you doing that? I was sharing with my wife, and I think I mentioned it to Pastor. There's a woman in Seven Sisters in the headquarters of CSC. Every program I attend in that church, every program, be it a children program, a youth program, an adult program, that woman is always there. And her role is to do the welfare. That is her calling. Regardless of the program, morning program, afternoon program, night program. I'm like, is it that she doesn't go to work? But every blessed program, she's there and she's the one in charge of what will they eat? How will they be fed? Her own role is that welfare. And I'm like, even if there's a failure in her part in one way or the other, God may overlook that and count that her faithfulness in that her little office as faithfulness unto her. In that position God has called you to, in that task that, okay, your own role is just to come. We thank God for the workers we have. Some people's role here is to come and just set this banner up and set things up, and they go and sit down. Some people's role is just to, pack up. We know some of our members, their role is, okay, we will pack and put there. Some of them, their role is to just help us arrange that store. Whatever little capacity, whatever little work you find doing in the house of God, that God has said, this is what I want you to be doing. Let's do it diligently. Do it as unto the Lord, because He is the one that is going to reward us. Nobody here is being paid salary. Nobody here is earning money. You see that we don't pass back. Everybody is donating out of their free will. And in that free will, I was telling someone, like, I don't like it when I go to some churches and they say, come and give 5,000 pounds. Come and give, 2,000 pounds, 100 pounds. I'm like, that is a waste of my money, because that money is not acceptable to God with me, because I'm like, I am being forced to give unto God. I'd rather not give that money because it's wasting. And that is another thing we need to remember, that let no one coerce you into doing what you are not supposed to do because you want to please somebody, because you will give an account of how you use that resource that God has given to you. Even in business, in everything we do, we will give an account of every penny, every time that we have used. It is God that has given it to us. We will give an account of it. God may overlook times of the past where we have mismanaged things, where we have not done the right thing, but I pray the Lord will help us to get better. The Lord will help us to be better stewards in the name of Jesus. The Lord will give us the grace in the name of Jesus. And I pray that the Lord will say to us, well done, good and faithful servants. You have been faithful over a few things. I will make you ruler over many. I pray that word will come to us in the name of Jesus. So something to think about. What has God entrusted in my hands? Am I managing it faithfully? I have been called. If I'm called today to give an account, will I hear that word, well done? Or will I hear, get away from me? What will God say of you? What will God say of me? I pray the Lord will help us in the name of Jesus. Shall we bow our heads to pray and tell the Lord, Father, I have heard your word today. I pray that you help me to be a good steward of these resources you've given to me, of the capacities you've given to me, of the wisdom you've given to me, of the time you've given to me, of the resources you've given to me. I pray in the name of Jesus that you help me